Hey everybody, how we doing? Hey Jason, hey Johanna, how are you? Hopefully you're having a great day. I know this is kind of a weird time and adjustments, but I did that survey online um, on my community tab, and this was the time that came up as the winner. Was the 5 o'clock time for me. I know my wife and I were talking about it just before we started, and I think next week we're going to go to 4 o'clock, and just because it's a little bit better timing for us with dinners and stuff, because now we can't even start cooking until after the live stream. Whereas maybe we can do some cooking and cook dinner doing the live stream, and then we can eat right after the live stream. So I think that would be pretty cool. So a couple folks on here. So hopefully everybody's having a great day. Hopefully you're having decent weather where you are. I know some people are getting snow and cold weather. We're actually getting cool weather. We're having some Canadian weather come down from the north, and it's coming right down the west coast, and it's bringing us cold weather, and we're going to get snow in the low-lying mountains tonight, which is pretty rare. So hopefully, you're not part of that, or you're not, part of that. But anyway, so we are going to talk a little bit about giveaways and all that stuff. So I'm not going to give it away today, but I'll tell you what's coming up and what's planned. And hopefully you can make accordance to it. Hey, Bubbles, how are you? So you're asking, hey, Alan, can I ask where and how I came up with the numbers for my to achieve my daily goals? So I use, if you go into, there's a couple of them that you can use, and I'll give you. So the one I use is on my phone. I don't know if you can see it right here. It's a little, says M on it. It says Carb Manager. It says C with a big M in the center of it. It comes up like that. And that will tell you, like, so that's what I've eaten today so far, because I'm plugging it in as I go. But if you go in here, when you go into when you first log into the settings, it will ask you actually to go into the settings, and hold on a second. So when you go in here, you can go to this page, and it has the settings, and it actually has right here. It has a macro calculator that you can hit on, and then you can go in there and put all your information, your height, weight. And it'll actually say, how much weight do you want to lose? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain what? It just goes in and will ask you some questions, and then you go in and put them in. And then what it does is it will ask you whether you want to count total carbs or net carbs and all that good stuff. And then you go in and plug all your information in, and then it will kick out and it will tell you. So that's how I do it. Now, I will tell you, for me, hey, Gary, how are you? St. Petersburg. So you're down in that Tampa Bay area. Nice. So if you're going to do, like when I did protein sparing modifying fasting, I did that about a year and a half ago, I guess it was, when I did it. When I did that, I went into Maria Emmerich's. Maria Emmerich has a website. I'm trying to think of the name of the website. But if you go into her website, you can log into it and you can put your macros in there. Now that is for her protein sparing modifying fasting day. So that it's a little different because you're going to eat lean and you're going to cut down on your fat. But it worked for me. I was very, very successful with it. So it was a really good plan. So the macros changed a little bit. My protein was a lot higher. So it's a very high protein, low fat, low carb plan is what she's doing. So 10 total carbs for the day. I think my macros, because you have to take your lean mass and figure out, you have to kind of make an estimate of what your lean mass is. And then you take and she has that calculator in there that does that for you. where you can take a guess and kind of tell you your weight and all that good stuff. And it'll tell you your percent of your body fat and all that good stuff. So, but when I'm doing my regular keto, I just use Zinc Carb Manager. I use the free version of it. I don't use anything else. Now I know Keto Chow has one as well on their website. So you can go into their website, and I think it's very similar, where you can go in and plug it in, and it will give you your macros and where you should be. Again, I don't worry about the macros as much as I do just the carbs, right? So I'm more worried about the carbs than anything else. So, but that's just my put on it. So, so Gary's in St. Peter's. Hopefully you're having nice weather there. Hopefully it's warmer there than it is here. It's about 57 degrees now, 56 degrees now. 5 o'clock, a little after 5 here. So it's just starting to get dark. I like that it's getting lighter later. I like that. So I can go for a walk. I can go do whatever I have to do. So Johanna's saying hi. Big hello to everybody. Cool, man. You eat 250 carbs a day. So if you're living on 250 carbs a day, wow, that's a lot of carbs. So again, there's a lot of different plans out there, and there's a lot of different information out there. So I do 20 under carbs. I know if you're in a low carb lifestyle, some people do a total of 100 carbs, believe it or not. Some people do 50 carbs. Some people do net carbs where they minus the fiber and sugar alcohols. That allows you to have some different treats. And then some people, like me, that just do total carbs. Total carbs helps me track better. So it's easier. Maria Mind, Body, and Health is website. Okay. So Mind, Body, and Health. So she actually has a really good one. I'll tell you, it's it really works. It worked for me anyway. It broke a stall I had. I wanted to drop another 10 pounds, and I was struggling with it. So I did it for a little while, and and it really worked a lot. So wow. So minus 36 degrees up in Canada, huh? Well, like I said, we're going to have snow down to 2,000 feet here in the mountains around here. So that means that they'll be getting snow up in the mountains. So maybe we'll be able to see it from here. It's pretty rare we get it there, but we will get it. So Jason's here from Ontario. Michelle's here from Rhode Island. Hey, Michelle, how are you? So it's kind of glad you could make it, Michelle. So, but yeah, no, it's a good way of doing it. So, but I did want to wait until we got a few more people on here and then talk about. So those of you who don't know, that Keto Mama Michelle's my daughter. So please make sure you go over there and check her channel out and show her some love. I'm sure she'll reciprocate back to you as well. So she's doing awesome. She's down over 90 pounds and she's looking great. And, so Johanna says she's wrapping up a 24-hour fast. Not bad though. Also full week of strict carnivore. So, adding lots extra sodium because of the headaches. Plus I was hit with, I don't know that much about carnivore because I kind of stayed away from it. I mean, I guess I eat probably protein with every meal, so I'm eating some kind of meat with every meal, but it's not just carnivore. But I've heard other people having that issue as well. Usually within the first or second week of doing carnivore, they kind of have that issue. So by my understanding is it will go pretty fast. You'll get through it pretty fast and move on. So I just love my vegetables and I love my little treats and stuff like that nature. So, and Jason's saying hi. Wow. So, wow, you're waiting. So you broke your back twice. Wow, not once, twice. Now you're waiting for fusion surgery. So I've lost a lot of muscle and weight that isn't difficult to work out. Yeah. And now it's difficult to work out. You're only 134 pounds. Wow. So you actually got some muscle to put on once you, so for me anyway, so somebody like that you probably need to eat a lot of protein, a lot of, to build muscle back on and to actually put some weight back on, I would think. You're 134 pounds. That's kind of, not so good. So, wow. Wow. So Hannah went for a walk, minus 30. My legs and feet are still freezing out. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cold. That's really, really crazy. So, yeah, I mean, we get below 60 degrees here and nobody wants to go outside because it's cold. But so I did want to talk a little bit about my weight and how am I doing for February. And we'll see where that goes. And but anyway, so I was going to bring it up just because of the fact I do have it here in my slides. So this was my weigh-in this week. So it wasn't the best of weeks for me. I had gone up before, right after the holidays, and I had gone back down. And then now I'm kicking back up to where I was, not quite to where I was, but close to where I was. So, so a lot of the stuff I did in January apparently didn't work. I think I was snacking too much and I was indulging too much in other things that I shouldn't have been. So this month is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to refocus a little bit like Johanna has done. She's kind of done that. So I think it's going to be me. I'm going to do the same thing. I will bring up and show you just, let's see the other slide I have with this. So this is the tracker that I use. Just so you know, and you saw it for most of the time last year, I track everything. I'm trying to be transparent. I want to let people know where I am on my journey and whether I'm good or bad. So, but yeah, it's kind of been a struggle. So I'm going to make some adjustments. So. Thank God. Thank you for that. Catching up with Overlever. So yeah, so trying to catch up here a little bit. But yeah, so it's Keto Mom Michelle would like to have you as a guest in my interview series if you're interested. So Jason, that would be really cool. I'm sure Michelle would love it. She did a great job when she was on my channel. I'd like to have her back as well. Of course, she's my daughter, so I'm kind of hoping by moving my time around a little bit. I know people will be a little bit off by it, but for me, it works out better. Rather than I can actually sleep on Saturday mornings instead of getting up and then having to get everything all ready. So it's better. And I'm also thinking, like I said, I'm thinking I have a couple of recipes I want to try, and I'm thinking it'd be great to cook live. So we're going to do that as well. Just kind of, and then I can have it for dinner, so I can cook dinner. It's kind of weird at 10 o'clock in the morning cooking something that you're going to eat for dinner, and then you have to put it offside and let it sit for the afternoon. So, yeah, Jason, I would like to do that. Maybe we could reciprocate, and you come on my channel, and I'll come, and you, and vice versa. So, he was 134 pounds, 4.3 body fat before breaking his back. So agreed that can work out again when I gain, when I went to go to 150 to 170 grams of protein for muscle, but I will have to lower my carbs for my gut and organs somehow. So again, I would go over and look at that protein sparing modifying fast. So I know for me, when I was doing it, again, my total carbs, trying to keep them down low to 10. I was trying to keep my fat below 30 grams. And then your protein, mine was 160. That was my goal when I was doing it. And it was very, very effective for me. Now, again, she has that calculator. You go into her website and you put all the information in there. And I will tell you, you learn a lot of what lean meats are. You know, the chicken breast, the turkey, the ground turkey, the the fishes like cod and mahi and haddock. Those are all really low fat foods that really helped me get through it and help put stuff together. So it's really cool to go over there and check that out. So if you're looking to do that, it's one way of doing it. Again, really upping your protein is a lot, and clearing out your organs, and especially if you got fat around your organs. And they talk about if you have those little pouch bellies, then you probably have fat around your organs, right? So I figured the visceral fat, that's visceral fat, and it's probably the worst kind you can have and the most deadliest kind, because it's fat that's growing around your organs, versus if you're just big all over. And I guess there's brown fat, white fat, and all that good stuff. But I'm no expert on all that kind of stuff. But anyway, but just me talking to myself. So Jason, she would love to do your channel, come upon your channel. So yeah, it's still a great weight. And I was at 240 when I started this whole thing. So I've kind of maintained it. I went down to that 180 and I've been hanging around that mark. And like I say, I don't make huge changes, but I'll make minor changes. So I think this week I was snacking a lot, and and because I was snacking a lot, I think that's what happened. So, but and I'll show you another chart, and because I have some stuff to talk about, like the total carbs versus net carbs, because I did track it, because the Carb Manager has a feature in it that will, when you're using it, there's a little feature up here, and keeps popping up and wanting you to buy the premium one. So, and it has it up here, and it will tell you actuals. Do you want to see total carbs, protein, fat, calories, net carbs? How do you want to see it? So, so that's really kind of how you can go through it. You can kind of look at it, and you can kind of see where you're at, and again, how you want to do it, and all that good stuff. So, and it's good. I mean, it's pretty easy for me to use. Again, I'm not going to say it's the most accurate, because if you're looking for accuracy and if you're looking for accuracy and you're looking for precise measurements and information, Carb Manager is kind of you probably got better to go over to Chronometer or something like that. But for me, it's easier. I can scan it. It actually has a button where a scan feature. So if there's a label on something, you scan the label and it will give you the information. So I don't have to put it in. So I try to scan the food as much as I can. And once you get it in there, it's in there and it will stay in there. But there's a lot of people that put bad information in there. So when you scan it, sometimes it comes up with that bad information. So you have to be careful about, plugging information in there. So, yeah, again, somebody told me, I was on another live stream earlier today, and they were talking about the only failure is if you give up, right? So as long as you keep going and you keep looking and you keep trying to figure out what that plan is and trying to figure out how to get there, do it. So right? See, having digestion issues, bathroom troubles, and that's why I'm thinking about myself. I should drop my calories lower. So again, I'm no doctor or any kind of medical professional or anything else. I can only tell you what kind of works for me. I've kind of seen what works for other folks, but I'm no expert on any of that. So, but yeah, if you're looking to put on muscle and stuff like that, up your protein, if you're looking to get leaner, and if you have some belly fat and stuff like that, you can cut that down. Again, there's a lot of different methodologies around it. So like I said, I'm no expert on it. So, so Michelle, you got new subs today, so you're doing all right. I have digestive dysfunction for 20 years, gone protein, heavy keto definitely helps. So, yeah, so I think so too. So I think, I know it's helped me mentally, physically. I'm not a young guy, getting closer to that retirement age. I want to go into retirement and live a good, healthy life and an active life. And, I want to be able to do all kinds of cool stuff and do some traveling and spend some time with family and that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that it all transpires. And so I want to stay like this. That's why I don't want to put the weight on. I want to make sure I'd actually like for the summertime. And that's why this chart kind of goes down. I'd like to drop another 5 pounds over the course of the next couple of months. So that's my plan. Try to get down to that 175 mark and then try to stay there. So that's my goal. So that's what I'm going to work on over the course of the next couple of months. Hopefully I can turn this around. And you can see, like I said, at 186, I can go back down to that 184 next week. And the week after that, go down to 184, 3.5 or something like that. But, kind of chip away at it. And I'm just going to try to watch what I'm eating. I continue to track and I look at what I'm eating. So. Oh, thank you. Captain for the soul. I appreciate that. So, like I said, I can only kind of tell people what I'm doing and what works for me. And I'm not sure whether it's right or wrong, but it works for me. So, All right. So, yeah. So, and again, yeah, diabetes. And that's kind of why I did it, because my mother had diabetes. I have a brother that has diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So, and I don't want to go the same path that at least my mother did and some of my other relatives did. So that's why I'm doing this. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be dependent on taking drugs. So, hey, but anyway, I did want to talk about, it's been a while. I've been talking about other things. I'm going to get this off of here. So I've been talking about this for a little bit. I do want to talk about, so on Monday, I'm going to release a video of what I eat in a day. And on that video is going to be how to win my 4,000 subscribers giveaway. So if you're interested in, make sure you watch that video on Monday. Keto Chow is nice enough. They're going to allow me to, they're actually going to give 2 subscribers, 1 channel member and 1 subscriber, 3 packages of their blueberry pie keto chow. And then we're going to give away 2 gift cards, Amazon gift cards, or if, because I have family over in the Philippines, so they're in the Philippines, we'll actually just send over Gcash. But if you are here in the US, we're going to give you a $50 gift card, 2 of them, 1 for members and 1 for subscribers. And we're going to give away a $50 gift card for Amazon. And I'm not sure, can you use a $50 gift card in Canada? Let me know. I'm assuming you have Amazon in Canada. So thanks, Michelle. So so it's so I got to figure out where I can and can't, because I'm not sure about UK either. Because I know I have some subscribers in the UK, and I know I have some subscribers in Australia as well. So I'm not sure how that works in other countries. I know in the Philippines they don't have Amazon. They have I forget. There's another one that they have over there that's similar to Amazon, but it's not Amazon. So we will just do like a Gcash thing to anybody that's from the Philippines that does it. So watch that video on Monday. Like I said, we're going to give those away. I'm not sure we're going to give anything else away. Then on Saturday, we're going to wait and do it on the 11th. And on the 11th, we'll have the drawings during the live stream. Of course, you don't have to watch or anything else. And I will notify you on the community tab. So you do have to be a subscriber, and I would really appreciate if you get a thumbs up and all that good stuff like that when you watch that. So, so the keto chow would be yeah. So, but yeah. So that's kind of what's going on with the giveaway. I really appreciate it. The 4,000 subscribers. The channel's growing. I get a couple new subscribers every day now, which is nice. So it's continuing to grow. I'm hoping to hit 7,000 by the end of the year. I don't know. It's kind of a goal that I'm putting up there. It's like not a big deal. It's, you know, I think if I'm on here and people are coming to the live streams and stuff like that, I'm appreciative of that. So I do want to find a really good time and then try to stick with it, and consistency, right? So, you know, if it's 4 o'clock on Saturday evenings, like I said, it's before our dinner time. So I can get on here, maybe even cook dinner and do some things like that. And also it's 7 o'clock on the East Coast time. So maybe people are settling in on Saturday evenings, and then they would do that. So my wife and I were talking about today. So I think next Saturday, we're going to do 4 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock. And we're going to see how that goes. Again, it may be earlier, maybe not. Maybe people are on Saturday night and they're going out on date nights or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So, let's see. We're going through here. Michelle saying congratulations, 4K. Yeah, you haven't been around in a while, Michelle. And then just Jason. Oh, thanks for the information. I'm going to be hard for sure. After dinner, I'll be at 226 carbs. Well, I'd like to know what you're eating. What are you eating to get that high of carbs? You must be eating like a lot of bread and a lot of pasta and a lot of rice. I think a bowl or 1 cup of rice is 45 carbs. And the thing about it is that you got to remember too that you know, it's really scary. Yeah, you're right, because of the fact that, you know, all those carbs turn into sugar in your bloodstream. So you're really like eating like a half a pound of sugar. So just do it carefully. Hopefully you have some kind of a doctor or something you're seeing, and you're going through and getting some advice from, and hopefully it's a good doctor. So watch that video on Monday. So it'll give you all the information about the keto chow and the gift cards and all that stuff. So, so you're not sure how it works with electronics. We can send electronic gift cards, so that might be how it's done. So yeah, I think actually one time before I gave a gift card, and it was somebody in Canada in the Montreal area. I think I have to remember back. You know, I'm old. I don't know. My memory is kind of. I don't remember what happened a year and a half ago. Yeah, never tried keto chow yet, so it's actually pretty good. So, I would say that the new formula is, for me anyway, is much better because they've actually cut the acacia gum back on it. So now it used to be 8 total carbs, and now it's 3 total carbs. So it's a lot better, a lot lower on carbs. And they also make one now. They're also making some keto chow now. The new keto chow, and I don't know if anybody else has tried the new one. It's on here. But the new, they call it core. is made with beef protein instead of the milk protein. So now you have a choice between the beef protein and the milk protein too. And these are 4 total carbs, and this is 3 total carbs. And again, this is the old formula they were making. It was 8 total carbs. So again, the ingredients probably, for you're doing net carbs, no big deal. But for me, because I'm tracking it total carbs, it makes it a big deal. So so I'm happy about it. It makes it more easy for me to use it and to adapt it into my weekly routine and have a couple of these a week. Plus the ice cream. So that means the ice cream is a lot lower carbs, so I can eat more ice cream, right? But I know some other people don't like it, and I shouldn't say like it. Don't like eating something out of a bag or a box or whatever. So, but that's not me. So, each his own, right? So Jason's trying to get to 1K. It's going slow. For me, it was like I hit a point where it was like 800 people, and then it started going pretty fast after that. And then it seemed like the bigger you got, the more it got. But I had to wait, and it was really a struggle to get to that 800. But it worked out good. Michelle's saying her too. So consistency. I also, a lot of it is putting out the shorts now, because that seems to be what people are watching. So make sure you're putting a short out. And shorts has to be less than 60 seconds. And they have to be done in a vertical format like this. And so that's a short. If you do it over 60 seconds, it's no longer a short. And if it's shot like this, the portrait, then it's not a short either. So it has to be shot in this format, and it has to be less than 60 seconds. I will tell you that because I watch Think Media and stuff of that nature. And they'll tell you that the shorter the better. They find most viewers go between 15 and 26 seconds. So your short should be between 15 and 26 seconds. And it's actually worked. It's actually been very helpful for me. So just if you want to grow your channel, I think it's a pretty good tip. So anyway, oh my God, bubbles. That's way too many. Yeah. But I think everybody has different circumstances, and it depends on your circumstances, and whether it's right or wrong or indifferent, and if it's making you feel good and healthy, that's up to you. But again, if you think you're getting a lot of belly fat, and you think you're getting fatty liver and stuff like that, you may want to rethink it. So again, yeah, I love waffles, pancakes, pizza, pasta. Yeah. So all those things you can make keto, and you can have keto waffles. You can have keto pancakes. I make a keto pizza. You'll see it. I make it a lot because that's pretty staple. I bet you I eat it once a week. Last weekend we made the chicken crusted pizzas, and we made 2 of them because we ate one, about half, 3/4 of one, and then we froze the rest, and then we froze the whole other one, and we put them into single serving sizes and freeze them. That way they're easy to grab for lunches and stuff like that. So Michelle's trying to do 20 net carbs, or yeah, she's do 20 net carbs. What's she saying? A lot of people do 20 net carbs or 20 total carbs. So Keto Mama Michelle's going to say she's going to try to post more. Like I said, little 15-second, hey, this is what I'm having for lunch. That's all it has to say, and then you show your lunch. Someone told me with that 6 seconds, if you do 6 seconds, then you're going to get a lot more on there. So yeah, but I hate to say it, but it's the way of the world today. The quality of the video is good. And now I will tell you that a lot of my shorts are taken from my full length video. So there's a button on the bottom. If you want to see the full length video, you click on the bottom and it will take you to the full video. Shorts have been cut way back for small channels. I get maybe 5% of the views I used to when I was in beta. Yeah, you know what? They actually are. They're actually, because they're monetizing it, I think they're doing it differently. So I noticed my views, because I used to get 9, 8, 9, 10,000 views, and now I'm getting 400 or 500 views. So it's dramatically different than what it was. So hey, Lisa's here. Hey, Lisa's, how are you? I think you're up in up in Canada too, in the Ontario area. So. Yeah, Jason. So a lot of people are doing OMAD, where that's just one meal a day. I'm not sure I could do that. So I'm an eater. I love to eat. So Bubbles, have you tried chaffles? So chaffles are cheese and waffles. They kind of. There's a lot of different recipes out there, and depending on what you're making them for. So if you make a chaffle for breakfast, it's going to be very different than a chaffle that you're going to make for pizza. But they're great. They're really low carb. They're just basically egg and cheese for the most part. Some of them are egg and something else, but they're actually really, really good. Michelle saying hi to Lisa. Johanna, yes. As I said, it helps some people. I just I don't eat processed products very much. So I don't either, but I do occasionally. So I'm actually going to bring up another chart, because I want to keep talking about net carbs and total carbs. So I want to bring up, so this is my weekly tracker. So I track every day. So this is probably one of the reasons why my weight went up. You'll see that I was high, 4 days, 4 out of the 7 days last week. So that's, I'll take this down for a second. So you can see that was Friday through Thursday when I took that screenshot of this. Total carbs. This is right out of Carb Manager. So this is what it looks like. And you're going to see that I was over, like I say, 4 days. Now, 2 of those days I had a salad, and an avocado is actually pretty high in total carbs, but most of it's fiber. So it counts. So if you're counting net carbs, it shows pretty low, and when you're counting total carbs, it comes pretty high. So when I do have days like that, and I know that I'm going to eat an avocado, or I'm going to eat some extra vegetables or something like that, I don't worry about it if I go over. I'm not worried about it. In this case, I would say last week there was a few days, especially on Sunday, where we were snacking a little bit, got a little snacky, and probably a little bit too much so. And then also portion control as well, right? So, but I do that when I'm having issues and I know that I'm all over the place. I'll track for that week. And that way there, it allows me at the end of the week to kind of sit down and do an assessment and say, hey, how did I do? What did I eat? What was bad? What was good? Again, you want to be realistic with yourself, and, life's not going to be perfect. So let's see, keep going here. Johanna, yes. As I said, it helps some people. I can't eat products. Yeah. And to that is you're right. And I would say 90% of my time I don't eat, but I do occasionally eat, like the keto chows. I'm eating once or twice a week for one meal. I will say that because I came in an affiliate with Keto Bakes as well. And I've used those a few times now. I actually really like these. These have been really, really good. But again, it's when I want that on a weekend or every couple of weeks, I need something just for my sweet tooth, and it's pretty easy. Then I don't have to keep a lot of stuff in the house. Lisa saying hi to Michelle. Jason saying hi to Lisa. So, and Lisa saying hi. But I did want to say, so I was over So I'm reassessing my plan and what I did. Like I said, this coming February, so I'm going to change my eating habit a little bit. I'm going to try to cut out all the snacking during the week and limit it to maybe 1 or 2 days on the weekend, and then I'm going to kind of watch it as well. So with this said, I have another chart. Now this is the same time frame, but it's net carbs. So you saw my average net carbs only 12 for the week each day, and the only day that I really went over, if I did 20 net carbs, the only day I went over was Sunday. Right, so that's the difference. It kind of shows you, the contrast. So people say under 20 net carbs. So I did 20 under 20 net carbs, but I was over on 20 total carbs, and it really helps. To me, anyway, it helps me control because of I have issues with, like, this is a Chalk Zero. See, I brought props, right? So Chalk Zero, white chocolate peanut butter cups, super, super yummy. I love these things. But again, this is 5 total carbs. So it's something that I would eat once in a great while. Not every day, not all the time. But if you're doing net carbs on here, because this is 5 total carbs, there's 4 fiber in there. So this is only 1 net carb. So you could eat a ton of these, and I have 3 or 4. It's kind of like a 6 in a package or something. So I could have eaten all 6 of these in one day and been fine. But when I'm doing total carbs, it limits me. So maybe I'll eat one of these every once a week or something like that on a Sunday or something. Just kind of it helps me control all of those sweets, right? So let's see. So my understanding, the Keto Chow, the only way in Canada that you can get it is through Swift Groceries or something like that. I know she's been on a Keto Chow channel a few times. So look for a Switch or Swift Groceries or something like that. That's how they do it. My understanding in Canada. So listening to me, thanks. I appreciate it. Hopefully I got a decent voice. So, yeah, chaffles are a great bread replacement. So again, you can use different recipes, and there's one that actually makes it as bread. There's one that you can make hamburger buns out of it, and it makes great hamburger buns. So there's really great chaffle recipes out there. I would say if you want to go check chaffle recipes out, the one that I thought had the best, because he for a while he was on a kick doing them, was Steve from Serious Keto. If you go to, he's got a website, and he's got about, I don't know, he must have 20 chaffle recipes. He's got one that mimics Oreo cookies. Of course, they're the size of a chaffle, but so it's a giant Oreo cookie. But so go over there and check Steve's channel out if you, or his go to Serious Keto and look and see where his webpage is. He's got a ton of recipes on there and stuff. So. So Lisa's saying hi. Yeah, if you can, go in there and smash that thumbs up button. That would be greatly appreciated. So that helps me with the algorithm, right, and helps the channel a lot. But I kind of wanted to show those 2 charts to just kind of go back and forth, just because they look very. It was the same food, it was the same entries, but one was total and one was not. So we're going on a cruise this week and trying to stay strict all this week. Wow, good for you, Michelle. Huh. Yeah, I would even say when you're there, eat mostly meat when you go to the buffets and stuff like that. So what we do, you want to achieve with keto. So So for me, I want to become healthy and leaner, and I don't know, just more healthy. So that's my goal is to get healthier. So again, I'm not looking to become like Goody Beats or get muscular or anything else, but I want to get leaner. And one of the things is just it's helping, right? So you do have to do some exercising. I would say keto, the diet portion of it really helps getting rid of the weight. But if you want to get leaner, as far as muscle and that kind of stuff, you do have to do some kind of exercising. So, right. So I think Dr. Berry said that something about you need to diet makes you lose weight and exercise makes you healthy, right? So, so it's a combination of both to do that. So, yeah. So Michelle's saying overall health. So I think it is for most of us. Hey, Keto Granny's on here. So how are you? How are you today? So getting a little bit behind here. So everybody's saying hi, 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 hi. Oh, Apple's on here. So Apple's on here. Hi, Apple. How are you today? Hopefully the snow has stopped up in Wisconsin. But I see that you have cold weather coming. Those folks up in Canadian don't close the doors and allows that cold weather to come down here. So, and hi. Yeah, so Johanna's saying it's Switch Grocery. So if you go to their website, they actually will have the keto chow on their website, and that's who sells it and distributes it in Canada is Switch Grocery. So I'm not sure you can get a discount through them or not. That'd be interesting to go and look at. I don't know. Maybe somebody like go to like Janet Greta's page or I don't know, somebody that may have a link to them that may have a discount code for them. So, but they sell a lot of keto products as well. So, Jason's saying hi to Keto Granny. Hi to Apple. Saying enjoy the cruise. So Lisa went to Mexico a few weeks ago. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that last week. It was very hard and tried to do your best. So right. So again, hopefully you eat a lot of proteins and stuff of that nature that will fill you up. So it'll keep you away from the sweets and the garbage as much. The problem is drinking. So be careful with the drinking. It's really easy to start drinking margaritas and Mai Tais and different ones. So. And thank you, Bubbles. So 381. Yeah, the Keto Twins. Yeah, they were another one that has a lot of chaffle recipes. I don't know whether they have a web page or anything though. I've never been to their page. Watched them make them a couple of times, and I've copied some of their recipes. I got some water. I got to refill. Yeah, so I don't know do they have a website? Let me know down below if they do, or in the link. So. And hello, Apple saying hello. Keto Granny saying hello to Apple. Still snowing in Wisconsin, so. So everything on Switch Grocery is pretty expensive. I get keto bricks from them once in a while when they're on sale. So yeah, if you buy any kind of pre-made product, it seems like it's pretty expensive. So but kind of watch when the sales are coming out. It's kind of like the Perfect Keto stuff. I like Perfect Keto, but the stuff is outrageous. So the only time I buy it is when they're having like their 40%, 50% off sales are the only time I'll get it. So, So Lisa's, thanks, Lisa. Michelle, self-control, the alcohol. Yeah, you don't want to fall off the ship either. So, and stay busy. Yeah, those are the margaritas are the killers because if you get the regular margarita, it's a lot of sugar. So, and I'm sure they won't carry the skinny syrup margarita mix on the ship. Maybe, who knows? But there we go. Trying to take that down. So, but yeah. So, but anyway, continuing on. So in February, my plan is to I'm going to cut the crap, right, and cut out the carbs and cut out the binge the I should say the little things that we're eating that are adding up and stuff. So they have 2 channels. I didn't know that. I thought they only had the 1 channel. I know they changed their name recently from the Keto Twins to Keto Twins Kitchen Lab or something like that. But I always thought that was the same channel. They just changed the names. Maybe I'm wrong. So shows you what I know, right? But anyway, so what are you doing for February? Are you doing any challenges, Johanna? Are you staying carnivore for the whole month of February, or just for a week at a time, or and Jason, are you doing anything to back? I know Scott over Platts River is doing that keto chow, or is drinking keto chow every day. So Jason's saying he just gave up alcohol. I don't drink much, but cutting it out completely. The only time I drink, I think, is when we go out and do something. And I'm saying, like, we went to Vegas and for between Christmas and New Year's, and we only drank one night when we were there. So out of the I really were there 5 days. So so it was good. I mean, it saves a ton of money too by not drinking, right? And I'm not a drinker. I never really have been. You can ask Michelle. I drink occasionally, but not all the time, and not every day. And I got some family members that drink a lot, so I'm giving alcohol for the area. So yeah, lots of sugar. So I'm just trying to stay away from them and drink. If you drink rum and Diet Coke, I would probably say that's probably your safest bet, or some kind of a the alcohol itself you'll throw you into a stall, but it's what you're putting with the alcohol, because the alcohol is just alcohol sugar, and that will kind of go through you. But your body's got to get rid of that first, so it's going to store everything else while it's working on that. So Jason's saying he doesn't do challenges. I really only eat meat already, and that's going to do something for the sake of doing a challenge. Yeah. So again, I think I worry about sometimes whether doing challenges, does it teach you the right way to eat? Because technically, a challenge is something pretty temporary, and does it teach you really how to eat and sustain it long term? I would have that question for a lot of people that jump around and do challenges. But if it works for you and it gets the weight off, and then you can go back and you can maintain it, that's good. It worked for me. Like I said, I did do it with the Psmf diet as well. So I followed Marie Amrich's. So technically keto, there is new one. So technically keto, that's their other site, huh? So I'll have to check that out. I didn't know that they had 2 channels. I've been subscribed for a long time and watched their stuff. They put a couple of videos out each week, which are pretty good, pretty funny, pretty entertaining. So I like it. So Pam's here. Hey, Pam, how are you? So she's doing the beef butter, bacon, and eggs with Natasha and Dr. Berry in February. All right. And Joanna's saying she's doing 24-hour fasting through February. I've switched over to ketovore, so yeah, I'd like to get into doing some more long-term fasting. So it's kind of something I used to do occasionally. The 48-hour fasting. I know Thomas DeLauer used to talk about how it was good to do it once a month, but not all the time. So, but he was talking 48 to 72-hour fast or something once a month or something like that. So, so cold in Maine. Well, I think it's cold here. So, but then again, what do I know? So, I've gotten used to the weather here, so it's kind of weird. So, but oh boy. So it's still out there. So she just got over the big C from the vacation. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it wasn't bad. Hopefully it wasn't terrible. So, and then Keto Granny is saying she's doing 24-hour fasting in February too, more of it. So, I think Loving It on Keto, they're doing it every other day or something like that. So that's how they're doing it. And they were doing OMAD. I guess they're doing OMAD as well. So, or they're doing a 23-hour fast. And so they're doing OMAD. It's basically what they're doing. Yeah. So Dr. Berry's saying, oh, you're talking. So Michelle, are you talking? He says to do it. Are you talking Thomas DeLauer? He says to do that, or are you talking about somebody else? Because I know they don't want you doing it all the time because it can lead you down some rabbit hole to other problems. So. Yeah, and I think for a 48-hour fast a couple times a month, once or twice a month, is a good thing. I know that it helps regenerate blood cells and get rid of the old dead ones and some other good stuff. So, but really haven't been doing it. Don't know whether I'll do it or not, but so PM saying Wendy's doing it for a 48-hour fast. PM saying hi to Michelle. Did I miss something? I was just trying to see if I missed anybody that was in here. So, but yeah, so I know Derek Journey is he's also doing. He actually had a live tonight too at the same time stuff tonight. So next week we will be doing a live, and it's like I said, it's going to be at 4:00 instead of 5:00 my time, which will be 7:00 East Coast time, or 6:00 Central time. So that's going to be next week. That's the plan for that. Not really doing anything exciting for the month. I know that I'm going to try to get more consistent with my workouts as well. Trying to, because it's really been inconsistent. So I do it for a couple of days and then I slack off and I get lazy, and then things get crazy again. And, so I got to be more consistent with my workouts and getting home and not sitting down and snacking and getting right into to working out and spend a half hour working out. And then by then my hunger is gone, and that will help me as well get through that. So Bubbles is saying after the last meal, 24 hours before the full moon and new moon, I do a 48, 36-hour fast for cleansing. Yeah, so a lot of people do. Again, what's the autophagy or whatever it is, where that you regenerate your blood cells and all that good stuff. So it's actually really, really good for you. It helps cleanse out your body, helps clean out your colon and all that good stuff. There's a lot of really good benefits to doing long-term fasting as well. So I'm more with Pam. So Pam's saying she has trouble doing an 18-hour fast. I do too. I'm an eater. I love to eat. So I'm trying to do that 16-hour fasting and then having 2 meals a day instead of 3 meals. And I'm an eater. I love to eat. So I have a difficult time with it. So it's just, it is what it is. So yeah, so it's Michelle saying 18 is still great in her hour, or in her opinion. So again, I guess that's standard, right? 18.6, that's what everybody does. And that's what we were trying to kind of do, where we would just not really have breakfast, and then we would have a nice lunch, and then we have a nice dinner and nothing after. My problem is because you're doing that, you're having a big meal and you eat more, I hate to say it, but for me anyway, I end up eating more than I would if I had a smaller meal and ate, less frequently. So you still have to control your portion sizes and stuff. So, let's see, go through, catch up a little bit, trying really hard. Michelle actually looks really, really good. So, I used to have a picture of her on her, but I don't think I have it anymore. So go over there and check her channel. She's doing great. So yeah. So yeah, rice is a big thing because my wife's Filipino. That rice is a big thing in this house too. So, right. Life is rice in the Philippines. So right, Apple. Oh, she's still in here, but yeah. Yeah. I'm probably more the 16.8 because I will, and I do have coffee. I don't put creamer or anything in my coffee, but I put that MTC powder in it. So it's not technically a fast, I guess, because I do break it when when I put that in there. It does have 2 carbs in it, but everything else is. And then I wait until noontime, and then I eat again at noon, and when I have my lunch, and then I'll wait and eat again at night. And so I'm doing 18, 12, 18. Lisa, my dill is Asian, and she makes a lot of rice dishes. My husband eats them well. Yeah. But I gotta love Filipino food, so I'll tell you, it's good stuff. It really is. So my wife's been doing a lot of modifications of the dishes, so they're more conforming for me, so that they fit within my macros and stuff of that. So she's changing out some of the sauces and stuff. She's using coconut aminos versus some of the other sauces and soy sauces and stuff. So and laughing. See Bubbles here. Oh, daughter-in-law. Oh, okay. So do you eat breakfast or wait until? For me, I wait until noontime. So I have a cup of coffee in the morning, and I have coffee. I do put a couple of drops of monk fruit extract in it. The liquid extract, it has no carbs in it, no calories in it, and then I put in that MTC powder from Kiss My Keto. I've been trying that lately, and it seems to be working okay. Biggest thing is to remember to fast when you're not fasting. Lots of people are overeating, so that's true. So don't forget the Bilko. But yeah, so Yeah, I'm a big lumpia first person, so you don't know the lumpia spring rolls from that, and they just have all kinds of great stuff. The leche flan that they make and stuff of that nature, and just all kinds of. Anyway, hey, so we've been over here over a little over an hour. Let me know what you think down below, and later in the comments after this is over with, comment down there so people can check out your channels as well. If you'd like them to check your channels out, I find that's the best way for people to connect. Again, if you want to register to win some of the gift card and or the Keto Chow, make sure you watch the video on Monday. Be greatly appreciated. It's going to be that day of eating, not any of the shorts that come out, just the day of eating one. It'll be out, I think, at 1 o'clock on Monday. I've already uploaded it and it's already set to go. And then we'll have the drawing on the 11th, and hopefully we have some great lucky winners. All right. So, hey, you guys have a great night. We're going to start cooking some dinner. We got some shrimp we're going to cook and some other stuff. So we're going to start doing all that stuff. And you guys have a wonderful weekend and have a wonderful week. And, I'll be talking to everybody soon. All right. See you next Saturday or Monday, or maybe watch one of the shorts tomorrow morning.